Hello there and welcome back to the channel. In this video, let's take a look at the new Abyssal Marie unit that just dropped in Nier Reincarnation. The new units are coming in hot this year, aren't they? Already a new one. Abyssal Marie, let's get right into it. Okay, stats looking pretty as expected. We have a 11,000 something attack value, which is, of course, being bloated here by the 40%. And then, you know, she has this penalty agi HP, okay, still, you know, like pretty high, you know, under 100 though. Okay, so we have yet another, like, we just had the Udeal unit that has a new compromised character skill, single target, and she has the same thing, usable from start. This one has 4 hits at 20%, so slightly bigger multiplier, 1 less hits. Compromise the enemy, so maybe some cope, if, you know, if you couldn't get Udeal and you want to pull here instead, I guess, I don't know. And then buffing everyone's, so everyone gets timed fatal, so a critical hit damage 30% for 30 seconds. And that's an incredibly powerful damage multiplier there, with the condition that you are critting, of course. We just had Christmas Marie that does the same thing. Same thing, buffs the party, critical hits. Interesting, very interesting. So, of course, she was fire, this one's water. And let's just continue here. She is coming with liquid swiftness, 8%. So the whole party has a reduced cooldowns when using water. And the third passive, pretty skippable, 30% verve to the whole party. It's the attack of equipped water weapons. It's like, okay, you know, water teams in PvE, but it's just not that desirable. So, you know, so don't need the A3, pretty cool. And then a rush debris, also very not desirable. See if there's anything spicy in here. I'm just expecting the same deal. Also, pursuit probably missing, right? It is, and yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe you probably want damage on her. Bold vigor for water makes the most sense, really. 8% is not that great. Otherwise, you know, these are really nice. But what is this? This is a B gauge, so that's pretty cool. It doesn't do enough damage. So she's not going to be your DPS in subjugation. So, but the this one right here, the character skill reduction could be effective because you're going to want her as a supporter anyway. So really strong supporter. A lot of attack. Now, the units that we saw recently that had the high attack but with no vigor passive, that's what you want to look out for, because then they have more potential to gain from buffs in battle. The weapon. This is a great weapon stat-wise for a one-hand sword. Very high HP. Not very high, but like for today's standards, it's pretty high. And traditionally, that's really high. And then over 3,000 for a one-hand sword. Very good. This is interesting. It's an 18 second, and it's a bold vigor skill. Up to 20, not that much, and it's only a 40%, but it's an 18 second skill. And then there's a 19 second. It's just a self-heal with 3 hits. 3 hits is kind of a bummer. Otherwise, those, like the 18 and 19 with today's current, like, crazy CDR, reduced cooldown times, could be viable in arena, especially with her swiftness. That's going to reduce it even more, and that's gonna make it even, yeah, that's good. Pretty much gonna make it viable as a arena main hand. So pretty cool. I don't like the 3 hits, but the bold vigor skill could be really powerful. All right, moving along. Yearning Spear, and we have 15 and 16 on this. This one being timed defense, and this one being a provoke, 2 turns, and brings damage reduction when you cast it. So maybe you came in with the damage reduction, it got shaved off, and then you cast this and you get even more. I think the Subjugation Spear might also have that. So that's really cool, a new Provoke Spear. And this could go on New Year Sarafa. And cool down fast enough, even though, you know, it won't cool down immediately because it has to be dark for her to get that effect. But this could be an interesting alternative to the Subjugation Spear, who you might want to have on someone else. Like, it's been put to use pretty well on Udeal. And, yeah, there's something else to talk about there. Let's backtrack because I want to mention something. Big Lissy shared a clip of some arena play where he was able to snipe Yuri with Udeal. Because remember how Udeal has... Let's get over here. Udeal comes stock with 15% cooldown for water. And with short enough cooldowns, he is able to cast both skills before the enemy character skills go off. And then he has a few hits left here, right? So he has these 5 hits, and then the 2 weapon skills. He's almost guaranteed to snipe her because she's kind of a glass cannon. And with Marie on your team, it's overkill. You don't need 2 instances of compromise, but another 8%, and then she has hits. So you'd have potentially 9 character skill hits between his and hers and his 2 skills. There's no way she's surviving. And since you can almost guarantee with her swiftness that his skills are going to... Because it's been proven that those skills can come off before the enemy character skills. You might want that Subjugation Spear on him because those are the shortest, cooldowns. I was thinking maybe of putting that, the Umbrella, the Summer Akeha weapon on him because the cooldown times are short enough to be viable, but with the Subjugation Spear on him, you get the classic, 15, 16, 14, 16, and then all of this swiftness. It seems as though he works without Marie, but Marie will just make that job even easier. Okay, back to this. So, yeah, so this weapon has good HP. It's cool, like time defense, provoke. It's actually pretty cool. It could be pretty viable as a main hand in arena. And then it has boon haste, which is always good. So at least we have updated stats on a new boon haste weapon. We're seeing that a lot this year so far. All right, finally, the Seabone Fists with very high HP, even for today's standard. A self-heal, 5 hits at 19 seconds. So again, 19 can be viable in arena these days. And then a 20, which is kind of pushing it. This is only a 3 hits, but it is a render. So I'm liking the PvE potential of this weapon. It has self-heal, so could be decent in Fateboard. And in Fateboard, the render, usually it's something that you can't really squeeze into your Fateboard build, but here makes it a little more viable. And then regular HP, but timed defense. And so it could synergize with cool defense skill strats. I have a few friends that are doing that. At least recently they were. And I'm not seeing any defense skills here, but if someone else on the team is using it, then this can boost them in 60 seconds, pretty long. Otherwise, I'm not so sure. I'm seeing, maybe just like a Fateboard main hand, but not totally necessary or going for. So, should you pull? Once again, I'm going to advise you to go ahead and skip this banner. While Marie is a great unit and has some interesting effects that we talked about, obviously, we do have the New Year banner still active, and it's just totally broken, as I talked about in my review of that. And more importantly, Anniversary is coming up in February, as it always does, and those are the units you always want to plan and save for. There will be something there that you'll want even more than this, I promise you. I don't know what it's going to be, but the big step ups in power creep always seem to happen on Anniversary. So the last one we had was August, and that's where we set the new standard for like 11,000 something attack. So we might see a new attack value, or, you know, an upgrade to effects and things we've seen, or maybe something totally new. We don't know, but don't be like me and be out of gems for anniversary. And save here. That's why I'm not pulling here. It could be cool to really stack all that swiftness and CDR for water and have all of these hits in arena between her and Udil have 9 guaranteed hits, even though they're a light multiplier, you know. If you build right, they can do some damage. So in any case, those are my thoughts. She's good, yet again, just like Divine Theo. She's good, but skip, because this is broken. Make sure you get this, and anniversary is coming. That's all I got for this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you're pulling, best of luck to you. I hope you get everything you want. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you in the next one.